fixer really does. And why do you have that cricket bat with you? What is the significance?
Well, that's one of the resorts if the fixing doesn't get done with words and voice. You have a cricket bat.
Wow.
And then dangerous things keep coming after that.
Talk to us about the experience of working with your uncle for the very first time, sharing screen space.
Wow, okay. Now this is, like from the time I kind of made it in my career that I knew I'll do this at some point in my life. And I just wanted it to not be cliche, to be cool, to be something that we can consistently revisit those characters over and over again. And I couldn't have asked for anything better than Rana Naidu, and with these fine filmmakers, Karan and Suparn, and Netflix, so I'm very, very happy to this.
And finally, what does a fixer really do? If you had to answer that in a sentence.
Well, the day you have a problem, you will give me a call and you'll know what a fixer does.
But just like most people here, I have countless problems, so we'll have to put that into a list and come back.
Problems that aren't legal, that's the reason you need a fixer.
Fair enough, fair enough. Let's turn to Naga, aka Venkatesh Garu. We've got some big fans in the house, and those of you who are watching this digitally as well, I'm sure all of us have a huge smile on our faces. Talk to us about Naga, the character, and how is it to work with your nephew?
Well, Naga, the character, this guy is the most unpredictable guy. I've done many characters, but this character has been really special. It's a very different character, very unusual character. And it's got so many shades of emotions. There's a lot of good, there's a lot of bad in this guy. He's quite a fun guy. But you're going to hate him at times, you're going to love him at times. That's the best part. And but the thing is, he's wherever he goes, there's a lot of bad things happening, right? That's the whole problem with this guy. He's in a real mess always. He wants to get close to his family, but it doesn't really happen. My kids, these guys, they really hate me. I don't know why. I just want to get close to them, but these guys just, no. They're too stiff, these guys. You know? And I'm trying to make it easy, but it's not happening. But he's a little scary also, this guy. That's the best part. And I've never done anything like this. And I've enjoyed working. I got to do so many, explore my emotions in such a different way. I got to do so many new expressions, and I'm really happy. And I have to be thankful to Karan and Suparn. They really encouraged me right from day one. They were more confident that I could deliver, and even Netflix, the team of Netflix, they were very keen on having me on board this wonderful series, Rana Naidu. Thank you, all of you. So I think I've tried my best, and let's see. I hope you guys like the trailer. Thank you so much.
If you loved it, then you tell him with a big round of applause and some cheers in the house, guys. Venkatesh Garu, you told us that Naga is the kind of character that you love sometimes and you hate sometimes. But I'm sure we'd love to hate him.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it to work with your nephew for the very first time?
It was fantastic. It was really wonderful, and I got to work with my nephew, Rana. And he's done a wonderful job. But the thing, like Rana was saying, it was not the usual kind of family drama. So, not the, being soft with him and singing a song, that's what they expect in regular films, me and my nephew coming together. But this was really hard-hitting with some hard-hitting dialogues. Well, you've seen some of them. This poor guy, he keeps getting... but it was really nice, and I'm really glad I got to do this. And there's a lot of work in this, yeah.
There was a lot of animosity when we saw the trailer. So were those emotions sort of natural, or you had to act when you saw your nephew opposite you?
No, the beauty of this Naga Naidu is it came out so well, so natural. And I was surprised with myself that I could express those expressions. And like I said, Karan and Suparn were there always to encourage me. And there was some magic happening out there I could see on the sets, and I just loved it, yeah.
We can certainly see that magic ourselves as well, and we cannot wait to unveil the entire series and binge watch it. Next up, Monica, I'd like to ask you, what the most rewarding part of the show was and is? And what do you think is the heart and the core essence of this action-packed show?
I think first and foremost, I want to just thank everyone for being here and cheering this absolute cracker of a masala entertainer on Netflix. And also, I want to give a big shout out to Sundar Aaron, our producer. And yes, when he brought the story to us and, you know, the conversations from there on, and then Karan and Suparn, so huge shout out to the three of them for making this possible. And I think the most rewarding part, I would say, was the whole journey of making. You know, the team at Netflix, you know, everyone in my team, Tanya, you know, Karishma, Vishaka, everyone who's been a part of the journey from the beginning, and really getting Rana and Venki together for the show. If I just have to say one thing, the show wouldn't be what it is, and I think Sundar can add, and Karan and Suparn to this. The show wouldn't be what it is, but for these two gentlemen, the entire cast, I think the way they have really performed on screen and how they've just, there is what you write on paper, and then there is the magic that you see on screen. And I think Rana Naidu just packs in every bit of entertainment and plot twists and thrilling. And guys, let me just say this, please do not expect Netflix to always do heavy shows. This is an absolute mass entertainer, and that's how we've designed it. We love it, and I think everyone's going to really sort of wonder what the next thing that Rana does or Venki does is, and that's the fun of the show.
Fantastic. So well put. Thank you so much, Monica. Next up, I'd like to speak to Sundar and find out what the most challenging part of the show was when you had to make it, and what was it like working with these two powerhouse performers headlining the show?
Okay, thank you everybody for coming out and supporting the show. Working with these two powerhouse superstars was, I wish I could say it was hard. It was easy. They're absolute professionals, to be honest with you, and that spread throughout the whole show. The amount of wonderful performances that you're going to see in this show will blow you away, the depth. Of course, led by Rana and Venki, I couldn't have asked for two more wonderful collaborators, and of course Suparn and Karan, who really led us all the way through. It was amazing.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you so much. Before I pointedly ask the next question, who was the actual fixer on the set? I'd really like to know.
Well, that's a good question. Netflix. They're the ones with the
pointing to the
checkbook.
director. But who are you going to be pointing at? That's what we'd like to know.
Suparn is the fixer of the mood on the sets.
Okay. You should hear my playlist. Actually, Karan fixed this show. We are the fixers on set, but as far as the mood is concerned on set, we have a very interesting playlist which plays on my Spotify playlist. And let it be known, Netflix does some adult content, so does our music playlist.
Tell us a little bit more.
Well, what's the name of the playlist now? Everybody wants to find it.
Now I definitely need to know what's on that playlist. Give us a little bit of a hint. You've told us, you've given us, you know, half of the story, at least complete it. What was the, okay, we'll start with that. What was the playlist for?
You'll start a family feud if you kind of ask us about the playlist, because everybody has different versions of it, but it sets the mood.
In a good way.
That's a proper fix, man. That's a proper fix.
Thank you so much. Surveen, tell us about your character, Naina, and what makes her special.
Oh, okay. She's so much. Naina is so much. She's fierce. She's strong. She's soft. She's vulnerable. And what I like most about her is that I find her pretty fearless in making sacrifices towards her topmost priority, which is her kids and her family. And she'd do anything to keep that together. And I think that's what made it very, very special every time, every day I walked onto that set, to bring in that strength, that power to Naina's part in possible scene. And of course, it was great working with Rana. I think, huh?
Monica, if you'll give him the mic.
Yeah, you
He
did.
has something
you
to
did.
add.
You did. You did.
So I
you
just
did.
paid her to say that.
He sort of like leaned towards her and then she's like, oh yeah, now I remember. And
Yeah,
I'm
but that's
sure
the
it was
chemistry,
fabulous.
right?
Absolutely, and we can see that. But who is more intimidating in their character, Rana or Naga, according to you?
Oh, hands down, Naga, sir. Hands down.
When was the last time a wife got intimidated by a husband? Come on.
That's true. That's true.
Good point, good point. Let's speak to Abhishek and Sushant here. Father or son, whose side is your character on and why?
Just remember, you're the
Syllabus ke bahar
sons
hai.
too. You're the sons too, just saying.
Yeah, no, this is out of syllabus. I think we're not supposed to be on anyone's side.
You're supposed to be.
I mean,
Really?
this is,
I took the character wrong then. I don't know. I don't know. My heart tells me to like be by the side of the father, but then he always makes the son do the wrong stuff, which is like great because that's the kind of father you need to. But then.
The kind of father you want, but that's
Yeah,
not the kind of
exactly.
father you need.
Sorry, Baba. I mean, he was very right, yes. But you know, like, but I think Rana, the character, the elder brother, is quite cool. So, like, I think any Jaffa or any younger brothers, they would want to, you know, probably grow up to be Rana. So, yeah, I mean, it's like both ways. Diplomatic answer, huh?
Your life is sorted basically.
Yeah. Thank God I had brothers. I'm basically a single child, but in the show I had like two strong brothers. So दिल्ली में कहते हैं कि back है मेरी, तो मुझे वो वाली feel आई ये show करके कि मेरी back है. They'll sort it out.
so because you were a single child and you didn't have brothers, so you probably didn't know how it was to be around boys as well, right? Within the family. So did you get bullied? Was there any sort of like ragging that happened?
He used to rag me because he's also my college senior. He happens to be my college senior, so he used to rag me a lot. In fact, bully me, guys. I was bullied on set by Sushant saying, "Ab bolo."
Savdhan India.
That tells you a lot about this Naidu family. I am on the side of Naidus, by the way. Huh? No father, no son, on side of Naidus. So, basically, इस fixer के family में इसको लगता है कि ये fixer है. He is trying to fix the family till Naga steps in. और तब इसको लगता है कि नहीं, Naidus का कुछ नहीं हो सकता. Because नागा जहाँ पाँव रखता है तो पीछे पीछे ट्रेल ऑफ डिस्ट्रक्शन और सबसे पहला तो 3 डिस्ट्रक्शन ये छोड़ के गया 3 बच्चे सो या फिक्सर के फैमिली को फिक्सर चाहिए सो वी आर इन सर्च ऑफ दैट
But what about that accusation? You didn't respond to it.
I cleverly changed the topic
Which is exactly why I'm catching it right now and then asking you about it again.
so I'll change the topic again नहीं मेरा कॉलेज का जूनियर है तो बनता है ना
Ragging तो करूँगा ना.
बनता है ना
All right, okay. Gaurav, tell us about your character, please.
I play a character called Prince Reddy. Prince Reddy has a long journey in the show. He starts off about 10 years ago when he's an upcoming superstar in down south and then comes down to Mumbai, becomes a much bigger star. And he brings along Rana with him from Hyderabad. So they share a journey and they share a bond and they also share a past that they would like to forget, but of course there is Nagasa there to make sure that no one ever forgets. And he's that flashback you don't want to have, but he keeps coming back, that nightmare. But yeah, I mean, very, very layered and very, very complicated and so much fun to play. Completely out of my comfort zone. So I'm very, very happy that I've done this. I hope that I don't regret doing this, but I don't think I will.
I'm sure you won't. You definitely won't. And Priya, this is your second show with Rana. How is this different?
This is my first show.
The second time you're working
Well,
with
this is
Rana.
the first time I'm actually working with Rana. The last one was a Telugu social. It was a show we did.
Oh,
we
yeah,
didn't-
I played a cameo in that.
yeah,
This
but
is, yeah, so we
I
got
didn't
the
shoot
got
it.
the info right, I'm guessing, yeah. Yeah, talk to us
We
about
were
the
in the
experience.
same show, but him and I didn't have any scenes together, so it's pretty different. So this time we share a very interesting relationship, Rana and Mandira, the character I'm playing. So it's very different because I actually got to work with him, share screen space, and do scenes with him. So the first one, he was just there for like I think, like he
I
was
shot
just-
for 3 hours.
Yeah, literally, he was just it was a special appearance. So yeah, but I'm pretty excited to see how it's all turned out.
Thanks, Priya. Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much. Karan and Supan, we'd obviously like to talk to you about what the audiences can look forward to in this series.
Well, as all of these guys have already said, and especially Monica, in terms of how it's a big fun action masala entertainer, so to speak, and I'm really thrilled to have this cast, and that's really what I feel is what everyone's going to be looking at, and that is the absolute top-notch performances that we have from each of these guys and all the others. There's lots of twists and turns, and the story is pretty layered. It's pretty breakneck, and there's lots of surprises at every turn. And I think the one real surprise element is Venki Mama, who's really gonna surprise a lot of people going forward.
Were there any real-life instances that inspired elements of the story?
I'll answer the first part of what he was talking about, then Karan will talk about what inspired. I think the biggest thing that people will see in this show, especially, is I think each and every actor in this show has stepped out of their comfort zone. I don't think you will see anyone, or every single actor on stage has ever played a role like this, ever. I think at times they questioned themselves and their sanity, including us, as to what we were doing, but they trusted us with the process of going through with it, and the results are out there to see. It's really been a leap of faith for every single actor.
No, the way Gaurav said it, that he doesn't hope he regret. That's a very loaded line there, because he, for example, has gone out of his skin. It's such a all sorts
Out of the box.
yeah, out of the box. All sorts of strange terms are coming to my head right now, so which I can't probably say publicly. But he's really stepped up, for example, and as have all these guys. Like every single person, like especially for Venki sir, it's just like a huge moment, I think, and I'm so privileged to have been the one, just at the right place at the right time to be there to witness that and help it along the way. No, it's a fictional show, guys. So it's not really. If there are real fixers out there, I haven't met them, or haven't needed them, rather, thankfully.
That's a good thing.
So it's all in our heads.
We have friends in high places. I think they help them when we need to, so it's all good. You have that one friend you call at midnight, right?
Yeah.
Which
About
is
that friend.
Now we all have that friend, ladies and gentlemen, that we can go to if we are in a spot of bother. But my big question to all of you is, whose side are you on? Rana or Naga? Venkatesh Garu is like, what is this?
I'm a producer, I have to say Netflix's side.
I would say Netflix. That's the safest answer. So Netflix.
As the character, I want them to be on my side.
Nice.
सच्चाई के साथ हूँ.
क्या बात है? My God.
जिधर से पेमेंट मिले उधर ठीक है.
We all understand that, don't we? We all relate to it.
I'm in a tough one, yeah. Bharta.
That means husband
that
in
means
Telugu.
You
husband.
play?
That
Yeah,
means
it has to
husband.
be the husband. I would assume that.
Respect to your father-in-law.
I was inclined towards him, so I think it'll be Naga.
Okay, and Naga has to be on his own side, so we'll obviously skip the question. Or do you have a different answer?
Me.
Yeah.
that's the answer, Rana. Pass it on.
That's it. Exactly.
Me.
And Naga, Mr. Naga, do you have an answer for us?
Well, if it's Naga,
Come back.
hero kaun, star kaun. अरे क्या बात है? I mean, I don't have to answer that. No, no, but sorry. But it's Netflix show. I mean, we have to do, I mean, you guys are going to be the, I'm going to side you guys, okay? Okay.
Sir?
So I've never been to a beauty pageant, but I think this is my opportunity. I would say world peace.
And talk to us about your experience of being in the series. Sir.
I really enjoyed. I worked with Venkatesh Garu in Telugu, and years later, I got this opportunity to work with him. I must share something very interesting about him. Apart from him being an actor, I know how difficult it was for him to speak a few words. and it was an extraordinary experience for me chatting with him before and after, and I got to meet Rana for the very first time, and I really want to thank my dear producer for having been somebody who's been impeccable in making sure that this show has been, you've been our person because we know you through him, because the way he took care of us. And I must thank this extraordinary duos who made sure that they were pushing all of us, including playing some interesting music. But we will leave it at that for now. Thank you so much.
We must simply find out what's on that playlist and why it was created in the first place. I will make it my life's mission, guys, and spill the scoop, yeah. But what about the creators? Whose side are you on?
Yep. And my question is to Ashish sir. Lately, you've been taking on a lot of gray roles, and Surya is another one of those gray roles. So, what is it that is drawing you to these roles?
Well, to be very honest, 99% of my 240 films have been gray. So yes, lately over the last 30 years, I have been doing a few gray ones. I think I've just matched my color of hair this time, at least off screen. Having said so, the roles have actually, rather than becoming white and black, they are now actually gray. So I have really enjoyed this role because it's not just black, it's gray, and it's comical. So I really have to thank the writers of how they have allowed me to perform that way. So I really enjoyed Surya. Thank you for the question.
100%, 100%. Monica wants me to definitely get you to say one dialogue at least in that Hyderabadi Hindi.
Then I'll need somebody. Is my voice here? Kya sukuna se bola saab?
Fabulous, fabulous.
Hi, Monica. Towards your, I'm sitting straight to you. Yeah. Hi, Monica. This is Aditi from News 18. I absolutely love the trailer of Rana Naidu. It's intriguing. It has all the elements for a masala entertainer, as you said. I wanted to know, of late, there have been a massive amount of stories coming from South India. What can people expect from Rana Naidu, and what's in store for content next for Netflix?
I think where South stories are concerned, I mean, stories are just stories, and it's so, so wonderful to see that within India, stories are traveling in different languages, just like we have stories traveling from the world to India and Indian stories going out. I think it's so lovely to see Telugu stories working for Hindi audiences, Tamil stories, and Hindi stories also beginning to work in South. So I think that's something wonderful. And when we were casting for the show, I think the one thing that we were really, all of us, between Sundar, Karan, Supar, and me, and the whole team, what we were excited about is that this gave us a phenomenal crossover opportunity. You know, the very first, and it is the very first pan-India show that any streaming service is doing, and to actually manage to get a coup with Venki and Rana as uncle and nephew to actually come and do this was something which was, an epic sort of casting. In terms of shows, if I have to say, I mean, we've had a terrific last year with all the titles that we did, Khaki, Darlings, Monica, Oh My Darling, and so many, titles that we've had, Jamtara, Mismatched. But even the way we've started the year, I should say that we've had an absolutely phenomenal show in, a story in Trial by Fire, which has resonated with so many people and has brought some sense of justice to the victims' families. Then we had Mission Majnu, which did so well. It was a blockbuster hit on Netflix. We've had Class, which is a YA drama. We are so excited about Rana Naidu. We had The Romantics roll out yesterday, which is a nostalgic, journey for all Bollywood cinema fans. And we have so many coming, I mean, the whole year's full of Guns and Gulab, Scoop, Archie's, Chakda Express. So we are very excited for the year. But this is a Rana Naidu evening, and I am so rooting for this show. I'm just waiting for it to come on the service and binge it again.
Hi, this is Ravi Jain from ABP News Channel. My question is to Venkatesh sir and Rana sir. Both of you have worked in Hindi films before, and both are working for the first time in a web series. I would like to know कि सबसे ज़्यादा चैलेंजिंग पार्ट आप दोनों के लिए क्या था जब आप इस सीरीज़ में काम कर रहे थे. हर कैरेक्टर का एक अलग कैरेक्टरिस्टिक होता है और हर कैरेक्टर जो होता है उसे डिफरेंटली निभाना पड़ता है, अपने आप में बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज होता है. सो व्हाट वाज द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट पार्ट फॉर बोथ ऑफ यू व्हेन यू वर वर्किंग ऑन दिस सीरीज?
Well, first the fact that somebody I love the most in my life I have to hate in this show, and that's my uncle. It was very hard to use foul language because it was stressing him, it was stressing me too. It was fine as long as we were using it in Hindi. The minute it sounded in Telugu, it was just too much. But so yeah, those were the difficult parts. But I think in terms of the way the characters were written and the detail that Karan and Supan brought us in right from the readings, I think that we were pretty much on cue being able to do what we did. And unlike films, these are much longer where you're engaged with the character for a longer period of time. So it was a far more fulfilling experience for me to work with my uncle here this time than it would be ever in a film.
Venkatesh sir, would you like to?
Kya bolna? I mean, trailer dekha sab, right? And if you go flashback 30 years back, I mean, the last time all of you have seen me in a Hindi film or something, I mean, phoolon sa chehra te kaliyon se muskaan hai, rang tera dekh ke, roop tera dekh ke. I mean, it's been 30 long years, and then there's another film, Himacream, right? I mean, after that, I'm coming and doing this. I mean, this is some kind of a jump for me. I mean, it was really crazy. It was wild, and I'm so glad I got into this wonderful series. And Sundar, I didn't thank you. I mean, thank you so much for getting this, and Monica. So it's been a huge challenge for me, and the image of whatever I'm supposed to be having over the years, a family hero and a soft-spoken guy. I mean, I've done soft roles, a lot of comedy films, but this has been something amazing. I got to do something really different, and like I said earlier, with the support of all the super cast, talented actors and my directors. So, yeah.
Venkatesh sir, one more question, small question. How difficult it was to mouth Hindi dialogues? Like, was it very difficult for you?
Yeah, it was very difficult, but Karan said, no, don't worry, we'll find a way, and I really worked hard on it, but I think the final output has been fantastic, and I got to speak some real crazy lines and some hard-hitting dialogues. So there are lots more. You guys come and watch the series on March 10th, right?
Well, if I could add also, it's a character that's coming from the South. So it's very authentic the way he adapts in Hindi in Bombay, his character. So I think that adds a lot to it, that authenticity. It's beautiful.
Hello. Hi. In the center, almost. Yeah. Hi, this is Akash Bhatnagar from Bollywood Bubble. Rana, I have two questions. First, it's for Rana. A little maybe extension of the previous question as well. Firstly, we see in the trailer there's a lot of aggression and a little bit of violence as well between you and Venkatesh sir. So the first day you shot with him, where you had to show that aggression, was it a little intimidating because he's not just family on screen, he's family in real life? And how easy or difficult did he make it for you to kind of bring that out?
Well, obviously, he made it extremely easy for me to get into anything that we did. But I think the first day, was it you? No, yeah, Supan. I was shooting with you. And Supan has you or you? Which one? I can't remember. Now, there's a way both these directors have us set in a certain mood. They make sure that the set vibes are similar to what we're reflecting on the scene. So I think that kind of takes away most things. But the worry started after I finished the takes. It's what the rest of the people are going to think once I say this to my uncle. And the worry started getting worse when I started dubbing it in Telugu.
Thank you. Secondly, Surveen, I wanted to ask you this. I think your association with Netflix has been such amazing that I think when a biopic is made on your life, a part of it will be with your association with
Monica,
Netflix.
you're listening?
Yeah.
I hope you are.
And especially Netflix originals, not just Netflix. So you have been given 3 amazing characters, be it Jojo, Shruti, and now Naina. So if you have to tell one thing that makes it memorable for you, each of the character, what would it be, and which one has been the most special for you to play?
I hope you realize what you're asking me. I think what makes it special is that all 3 are on Netflix. So I root for Netflix and always will. Yay, Netflix and chill!
Good answer. मैंने हिंदी में बोला था ना जिधर से
My question to Venkatesh Garu. Hi.
Hi.
From Hyderabad NTV.
Yes.
So this is your first debut in OTT platforms, right? So is there any special preparation you did for this particular Rana Naidu? And आखिर में जो डायलॉग है ना वो आपका है या डायरेक्टर का है?
So बोलने को बहुत मुश्किल हो रहा है ना वो डायलॉग. क्या बात है? अरे कुछ नहीं, take it light, yeah. It's just the character. Naga is like that. I mean, this guy is crazy. I mean, that's the way he feels. That's the way he's going to talk. So that's the way you're going to enjoy this character. But to be honest, well, the preparation, since it was a very different character, I took it up as a challenge. And I'm telling you the same thing again and again. The team was more confident, and they showed me the way. And I was there always listening to my directors. And I think the best came out, with the help of all these great actors,
So after releasing the trailer, are you going to change the title as Naga Naidu or still it is Rana Naidu?
So, to be honest, let me put a straight face and say, I think Naga Naidu is better.
That's what?
No.
We are supporting.
No. Rana Naidu. I mean, he's the real fixer. I mean, the show is about him, and that's the right title,
Yeah. My name is Prasad. I am from Andhra Jyoti Group of Publications, Hyderabad. Hi, sir.
నమస్కారం
నమస్కారం.
నమస్కారం, బాగున్నారా?
బాగున్నానండి.
అక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చారా?
అక్కడి నుంచి
చాలా సంతోషం.
చాలా సంతోషం. So my first question is to Rana.
Murthy garu.
First time you are experimenting with the OTT platform. What are your experiences? Tell us some of your experiences. How difficult it is? Is it difficult?
So first, like most of my life has been an experimental life, everything that I do. And me kadbaad
Yeah.
But in this, I think my brain was a 3-hour brain that I could understand stories only for 3 hours long. And the minute I got into a series, it was completely a different understanding of how you need to, your approach with characters or the way you need to be. What was extremely difficult, it's usually each film, each character, there's one director that comes and talks to you. Now you have 2 directors who are extremely opposite to one another.
Yeah, you bet they are opposite.
అంటే మీకు ఎంత డిఫరెన్స్ అంటే పూరి జగన్నాథ్కి రాజమౌళికి ఉన్నంత డిఫరెన్స్ ఉంటుందండి వీళ్ళిద్దరు. సో every day going and taking instructions from one of these two was, I think, the first set of the most challenging thing. But after that, things were smooth and fun.
My next question is to Venkatesh Garu.
Chappan.
I heard your Hindi dubbing is very well. You did very well అని చెప్పారు.
Thank you, thank you.
So,
But
how
it took a long time.
ఎంతకాలం పట్టింది మీకు?
Kalam. Enta kalam. Yeah, I mean, I think 25 to 30 days of, yeah. But I really enjoyed it, and actually, in the beginning, I refused to dub for it, but the team was very keen that I should dub. And they convinced me, and I'm really glad they did that, and I really enjoyed doing it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Shweta. Here. My question is to, I'm representing Cineblitz. My question is
A little louder, please.
My question is to Karan and Suparn. So, we read the, first of all, good evening, everyone. So, trailer is great. So, it's an adaptation of Ray Donovan is what I was reading. So, what were the challenges, or were there any challenges to adapt to the Indian, Telugu and Mumbai, whatever the scenario is? Yeah. Thank you.
So it was pretty straightforward actually, because when I saw the show for the first time, I just felt it was completely misplaced in LA where it is set, and it lends itself so much better to the Indian milieu and the complexities that come with the Indian family dynamic, where you're constantly supposed to respect, you know, everyone around you, but beneath that veneer is a completely different, you know, all the angst that everyone has against each other that never really comes out, which doesn't happen in the West, right? So just that little tweak itself was, you know, so much more interesting to explore in the writing of you know, while we were adapting it. And secondly, you know, again, LA, it's also a show about extremes and, you know, the situations that Rana Naidu gets into. They're very, like, it goes from, you know, the upper echelons of power to, you know, the slums of Bombay. And that kind of extremities you will not find in LA in the way you can find in India and, you know, between Hyderabad and Bombay. So that's pretty much, it just is it was begging to be sort of owned by us in a way.
Looks like you had a lot of fun writing.
Thank
as
you.
well.
I think we're a little short on time, so that will be our last question, if that's
No,
okay.
I just want to add to that, please.
Hello,
hello.
This is Murthy from Hyderabad,
Yeah.
greatandhra.com.
Yes, sir, before you ask your question, this will be our last question for this session. Go
Venkatesh
ahead,
garu,
sir.
actually, you have a different image in our Telugu films. You have different mannerisms, and your fans like that different mannerisms. But now you are doing a serious role. What about your fans, and what about this one?
ఇది నేను ఆన్సర్ చేస్తాను.
Sure, I'm
So
glad,
this is especially for all the Telugu audiences and fans of Victory Venkatesh. A Venkatesh film is usually watched by the entire family.
Yes.
But this film, I think each of you family members should watch independently.
On separate Netflix connections.
Yeah, with separate Netflix connections and separate screens. Including husband and wife, it's safer to watch alone. So that...
This show is like one big therapy session.
Hello,
Just
this
now,
is
I just
Russell
want to
from
inform you small
PTI.
thing. Excuse me, I was just to inform you. Just now, Puri Jagannath sir messaged to our team. Just you rocked the trailer, and it's a mad one.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
Fantastic. And with that statement, with
please,
that little
one more
praise,
question I
let's...
need to ask. Hello, this is Russell from PTI. My question is to both Karan and Supan. It seemed, because you all have constantly been saying that this is a very, like an adult show. Rana has also mentioned that people should probably watch it on separate screens. Now, I have been one of the greatest fans of Ray Donovan, having watched all 7 seasons. So, especially Venkatesh Garu's character, which is based on John Voight. It's one of the most explicit characters probably on television. So, have you all adapted it in such a way that there are no changes in, you know, all the shenanigans he does?
There are lots of changes. And if you're asking if we have gone there, yes, we have gone there, and we've gone way beyond.
Also, Venkatesh Garu, one question. You had mentioned that so graciously you brought up Anari and Takdeerwala, which we still love watching. Takdeerwala is one of the classic comedies that we have. What has it taken you so long from Anari and Takdeerwala till Rana Naidu to finally come back to the Hindi space?
Yeah, these things just happen. You know, and it just happened. That's it. Yeah. It takes so long. You don't be bound by time. You know, just wait for something nice to happen, and this is what happened. Yeah. Thank you.
Hello.
We'll have last two questions
Yeah,
for
yeah,
this
of course.
session.
This is Vinay from Bollywood Helpline. Hello, Gaurav sir. You look so much a hero. Sir, tell us how's your character and how's your journey in this Rana Naidu, and have you moved from the television?
How much time do we have?
We have a little bit of time. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. No, I don't know. Thank you very much for the compliment. You know, you try and do the best of what you get. When this was offered to me, it sounded like something very different from what I've done so far. And then I met Suparn and Karan, and they blackmailed me into doing it. And then Suparn blackmailed me into doing further stuff on the set. So yeah, no, this has been a complete fun ride. Like I said, out of my comfort zone, something that I've never done before, and I'm very, very glad. I shall quickly take this opportunity to thank Karan and Suparn and Netflix and Sundar for giving me this experimental opportunity. Thank you again.
Hi, this is Avinash from Hindustan. First of all, congratulations. Trailer looks kadak, ekdam. My question is for Abhishek. Abhishek, we see you in a completely different light in Rana Naidu. How did you adapt and grow into this character?
I think this has to be by far the most difficult character I have attempted. I think it was way out of my comfort zone because I've been doing all UPites and North Indian characters. You know, har jagah mujhe log, I think they thought that I'm from Kanpur, Allahabad. So, you know, it was, I was looking for something which challenges me more as an actor, and I feel that whenever you have to get to some kind of diction or like accent which is not very familiar to you, so I think you start thinking about it more. So to do that, that was the most challenging part for me. Plus you will see once you see the show that how messed up my character is, so you know, to just mess up my mind for a character again, and thanks to Karan and Suparn, I think they both have a very dark mind. So as he just said that, you know, they went way beyond what is in the original, and that's exactly what's happened on set. So yeah, it was a trauma which I've come out of from now on, yeah.
जी मैं कलीम सलमानी ABP न्यूज़ से आज की शाम के लिए आप लोगों को बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद हो यहाँ पर इस साइड लेफ्ट में कहते हैं ना समंदर के किनारे मतलब ट्रेलर लॉन्च हुआ और इस मंच पर इतने टैलेंट का समंदर देखा जा रहा है तो हम आपसे ये जानना चाह रहे हैं कि सब आप लोगों ने साथ में काम किया है तो ऐसा क्या महसूस किया कि कौन है सबसे ज़्यादा ग्रीडी एक्टिंग इन टर्म्स ऑफ एक्टिंग कि सबसे ज़्यादा ग्रीडी कौन है कि काम करने की भूख किसे बहुत ज़्यादा है मतलब यहाँ पर
सारे एक्टर्स भूखे होते हैं I think everybody is greedy.
Yeah, if you're not
Sundar,
greedy, you're not going to get your
we
job
needed
done.
food on set basically.
और कुछ मतलब कितनी मस्तियाँ हुई क्या क्या बातें हुई क्या कुछ शेयर कर सकते हैं गौरव आप
नहीं बहुत कुछ हुआ एंड लाइक एवरीवन इज सेइंग एम्फेटिकली हम सब भूखे होते हैं ऐसी कुछ अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलती है जहाँ पर आप कुछ ऐसा प्ले कर सकते हैं जो आप बिल्कुल हैं नहीं और वो वैसा बिल्कुल नहीं है जैसा आपने आज तक पोर्ट्रे किया है तो हम एक्टर्स की जितनी भी हैबिट्स होती हैं वो तोड़नी पड़ी जो अप्रोच का आपका एक इंस्टिंक्ट होता है वो चेंज करना पड़ा और हर वो एक नया आइडिया जो सेट पे डिस्कस होता था वो झपट्टा मार के भूखों की तरह उस पर हम टूट पड़े because this is a show like that it's beyond what you would call gray and black and white it's completely within the different shades of gray and I think हम सब उन्हीं different shades of gray को discover करने में लगे रहे
Thank you. And that will be the end of the question and answer session. We know that a lot of you are watching and also watching this digitally have immense number of questions, but we have a particular time limit, so we'll have to conclude this session. Can we have a big round of applause for the Rana Naidu family? Thank you so much for being here. We each have stepped outside your comfort zone and you're going to put together a series that is going to be absolutely exhilarating to watch. I request all of you to just kindly stand up for a quick photo opportunity so that we can celebrate the Rana Naidu family, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to block your calendars. March 10th is when the show is all set to release on Netflix. It has been an absolute pleasure and an honor to be here and to have chatted with the entire team, the cast and crew of Rana Naidu. Thank you very much once again, and thank you for spilling the beans, sharing some of your secrets, and we'll wait on that playlist whenever you're ready to release it.